Hello everyone, welcome back to English Speaking and Listening Club. I'm glad you're here, because today we're going to shine a light into a dark corner many people avoid. Dark psychology. It's not to scare you, not to teach you how to manipulate, but to protect you. When you understand how manipulation, coercion, and emotional games work, you stop being an easy target. You think clearly. You set stronger boundaries. Keep your power and your peace. Protect your mind. Protect your life. Learn the patterns. Keep your power. Let's be clear about the purpose of this lesson. Dark psychology is the study of how people use hidden, often unethical tactics to control others through fear, guilt, confusion, flattery, or pressure. We are not here to learn those tactics to use them. We are here to recognize them, refuse them, and replace them with healthy communication and strong self-respect. Knowledge is a shield. When you know the playbook, you don't fall for the play. Picture this. Zara starts a new job. Her team lead. Seems charming at first, warm messages, big compliments, lots of promises. 2 weeks later, everything changes. He starts criticizing her in front of others, rewriting history, and blaming her for things that aren't her fault. When she tries to explain, he laughs and says, "You're too sensitive. You must have imagined it." That's gaslighting, twisting the truth until you doubt your own mind. Zara felt small and confused until a mentor taught her 3 steps. Pause, write facts, set a boundary. She started keeping a short log with dates, facts, and screenshots. In meetings, when he pushed, she said calmly, "That's not my recollection. Here are the notes from Tuesday." When the comments got personal, she ended the conversation with, "I'm here to discuss the work, not personal attacks. Let's continue when we can be respectful." Slowly, the power shifted. She wasn't rude. She was clear. Clarity is armor. Dark psychology often uses the same emotional levers. Fear, shame, urgency, praise, and isolation. Fear says, if you don't do this now, you'll lose everything. Guilt says, after all I've done for you, you owe me. Shame says, you're not good enough to say no. Urgency says, answer right now. Praise says, you're amazing. Followed by, now prove it by doing what I want. Isolation says, don't trust them only. I understand you. When you feel one of these levers, press hard, pause. Ask yourself, if I remove the emotion for a moment, what are the facts? What is the actual decision? What timeline is? Truly needed? Emotions can inform you, but they should not rule you. Here's a simple protective formula you can use anywhere. Pause, breathe, name, choose. First, pause for 1 deep breath. This settles your brain and gives you a second to think. Second, name what's happening. I feel pressured, or this. Sounds like a guilt trip, or this is urgent by their timeline, not mine. Naming breaks the spell. Third, choose your next step intentionally. You might say, I need time to think, or I don't consent to this, or I can do X, not Y. That tiny pause in a calm sentence can save you from months of drama. Let's talk about common dark tactics so you can spot them quickly again. Not to copy them, but to defend yourself. Love bombing is when someone overwhelms you with attention and praise at the beginning, then switches to control or criticism once you're attached. The defense is time and consistencies slow down. Watch actions across weeks. And keep your world friends, routines, values intact. Gaslighting we've named your defense is documentation and trusted witnesses. Negging is a compliment. That hides an insult to lower your confidence, like you're pretty for someone your age. Your defense is a calm mirror. That sounds like an insult. Please don't talk to me like that. Triangulation is when someone uses a third person to create jealousy or competition. Everyone else thinks you're the problem. Your defense is direct communication. If someone has feedback, they can tell me directly. Let's focus on facts. Intermittent reinforcement is unpredictable praise and punishment, like a slot machine for your emotions. Your defense is to step back and judge the overall pattern, not the latest sweet moment. Dark psychology also operates through cognitive biases. Scarcity makes you overvalue what seems limited. Authority bias. Bias makes you follow confident leaders even when they're wrong. Social proof makes you go with the crowd. Reciprocity makes you feel you must return a favor even when you didn't ask for it. None of these biases are evil by themselves, but bad actors can weaponize them. Your defense is a short, steady checklist. Ask, if this weren't limited time, would it still be wise? If this person had no title, would their logic still make sense? If no one else said yes, would I? Did I invite this favor? And do I actually want this exchange? Slow down your yes until your brain catches up with your feelings. Sometimes the manipulation isn't a stranger, it's family, a partner, a friend, or a boss. That's harder because love and loyalty are involved. Here, boundaries become your lifeline. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are rules for how you will be treated. If someone yells, a boundary might be, I'm willing to talk when voices are calm. I'm leaving the room now. I can try again later. If someone keeps pushing past your no, a boundary might be, I've answered. My answer won't change. I won't discuss this again. If a boss is vague and then blames you, a boundary might be, to avoid confusion, I'll confirm every decision in writing. Boundaries without consequences are just wishes. The consequence is what you control. Ending the call, leaving the room, escalating to HR, changing teams, or in serious cases, leaving the relationship. You are not weak for protecting yourself. You are wise. There's also digital dark psychology clickbait, outrage cycles, fake urgency, and micro-targeted persuasion. The goal is engagement, not your well-being. Protect yourself with small habits. Turn off non-essential notifications. Don't argue in comments. It feeds the fire. Read beyond headlines. Wait 24 hours before resharing shocking news. Use two-factor authentication and strong passwords to prevent scams that prey on fear. If a message tries to rush you, click now or lose access. Verify through a trusted channel. The internet rewards extreme emotion. You don't have to. Let's address a tough truth with compassion. Sometimes we use small dark tactics without realizing it's silent treatment, guilt trips, tests no one knows about, exaggeration to get our way. If you catch yourself here, don't collapse into shame. Choose integrity. Apologize specifically. I was wrong to guilt you. I'll ask directly next time. Replace pressure with clarity. Here's what I want and no is okay. Healthy influence is transparent and consent-based. You don't need tricks when your words are honest and your requests are clean. Here's a work scene to make this practical. Amir's manager uses urgency to control the team. Late-night messages, last-minute demands, and public shaming for small misses. Amir can't change his boss overnight, but he can build guardrails. He begins sending end-of-day summaries with clear timelines. Today we shipped X, tomorrow, a by noon, B by 4 p.m. risks, vendor delay. When a midnight message arrives, he responds at 8 a.m. with, saw this, here's the plan. When blamed publicly, he sticks to facts and offers options. The API was down from 1 to 3 p.m. We can cut feature C to hit Friday. Or push to Monday for full scope. I recommend cutting C, is calm. Factual approach denies the drama its fuel. Over time, the team adopts his format. The boss still pushes, but the chaos shrinks. Influence doesn't always roar. Sometimes it organizes. At home, dark patterns can be subtle. A partner might say, if you loved me, you'd do this, mixing love with pressure. A parent might say, after everything I've done, you won't help, mixing care with debt. Your answer can be loving and firm. I love you, and love isn't a test, or I appreciate you. I won't agree because I feel pressured. You're not rejecting the person, you're rejecting the tactic. Real love and respect don't need tricks. They need truth. One of the strongest shields you can carry is a values list, a short, personal code you won't break. For example, I will not lie to get my way. I won't make decisions when I feel rushed. I won't continue conversations when insulted. I won't trade my peace for temporary approval. I'll sleep on big choices. I'll verify scary messages before acting. Write your list. Keep it where you can see it. When a dark tactic shows up, Your code answers for you. Let's design a 7-day defense plan you can actually do. Today, pick one conversation to practice the pause. One breath before you answer. If you feel pushed, say I'll get back to you by 4 p.m. Tomorrow, write your values, list 5 short lines you won't break. On day 3, clean your digital life. Turn off non-essential notifications. Enable 2-factor authentication and unfollow accounts that feed outrage. On day 4, learn to name the pattern. If someone tries to confuse you, say calmly, "This is getting confusing." Let's slow down and stick to facts. On day 5, set one boundary with a soft voice and a firm line. On day 6, have a trusted check and share, a situation with a wise friend, and ask, "Am I seeing this clearly?" On day 7, rest. Yes, rest is part of defense. A tired mind is an easy target. A rested mind is a strong wall. If you're in an abusive situation, your safety comes first. Dark psychology in its extreme forms: coercive control, stalking, threats. Financial control is not a communications problem. It's a safety problem. Reach out to local hotlines, professional counselors, or trusted authorities. Save evidence. Do not announce your plans to the person who is harming you. Get help. You are not alone, and you are not to blame. Before we close, remember the difference between influence and manipulation. Influence is honest about its goal and respects your choice. Manipulation hides its goal and steals your choice. Your job is not to become hard and cold. Your job is to become clear and strong. Keep your kindness. Keep your empathy. Just add a backbone of boundaries and a habit of pausing. You can be warm and wise at the same time. You deserve relationships where consent is real, where no is allowed, where truth is welcomed, and where love doesn't need tricks. You deserve workplaces where expectations are clear, credit is shared, and urgency is rare and justified. You deserve a mind that trusts itself again. Learn the patterns, name them. Choose your response with calm strength. You don't have to fight every battle. You just have to stop feeding the ones that drain your soul. You are not fragile. You are learning. You are building a life where your decisions come from your values, not from someone else's pressure. That is power. That is peace. And that is the end of manipulation's hold on you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel